Okay, so one thing we haven't done is we haven't talked about the Diamondback Odyssey bike yet and what I've thought of it. So now I've done over 1,000 kilometers on this bike. It's time I actually sit down with you and talk about the bike in a little bit more detail. Now I've had it taken in for servicing twice, both time, both times it was serviced incorrectly, and I ended up having to play around with it more than I would have liked to have when I got it back. Um, yeah, it was a nightmare, and for someone that just wants to get on the bike and ride, it was really annoying because yeah, I couldn't. It was just not happening. So so far, the bike itself has been absolutely great. It's been the people servicing it that have done incomplete jobs or completely messed things up and have caused me to have to learn more, which is fine, but I have lots of other hobbies, as you can see here, and I just want to be able to ride my bike as I need. And it's fine. I've gotten through all the repairs on it myself so far, but there is a few things that I have not yet learned. So with that being said, a few things is the derailing system. Um, it makes some weird noises, and you've probably heard it in some of my previous videos. I don't know how to adjust them properly, and I don't want to mess things up worse because I do ride this bike, 5 or 6 times a week, if not more. So I want to kind of keep that in the best shape I can. I've noticed stuff like these cheap bottle racks. There's because I always pull my bottle off the right. I've noticed this is starting to turn to the right a bit, so that needs to be replaced. I did get most of my accessories off of Amazon. This bag here has been great. It holds my wallet, my keys, my all the stuff I need there, and my cell phone. Not good for wet weather. I did notice a ton of moisture buildup in there when I got hit with a little bit of rain, but that's been good. I've upgraded my grips on it, um, which have helped. Um, I don't know. I've started riding, and now like my hand doesn't close properly, but that is a part of it, I guess. Too much impact on something in my elbow, just under the funny bone, some nerve there. So, whatever. Um, the seat's been great. For those longer rides, I do have my padded shorts that I wear. Other than that, let's see. We've replaced the brakes, the brake pads, I should say. We've replaced the chain. We had some slippage on there, so that was needed to be replaced. Other than that, I just put on these Schwinn tires. My other tires were pretty bald. Well, some would say you could still get a bit out of them, but recently I went on a ride and I was going up a dirt track and my rear tire was just spinning. I could not grip it, so I ended up having to walk it up it, and that I didn't want. So it was time to get new tires on. So those stock tires, they lasted 1,000 kilometers, no problem, and then some. Um, the front tire was still in great shape, but I like to have both tires the same. No reason. But I wanted to, because I haven't ridden for so long, I don't know how different tires react. So with the riding I'm doing, I thought, you know what, let's just swap them over and have a better uh, understanding of what these tires are good for. So be for the front end or for the rear end. Then I kind of can gauge from that, and maybe later on down the road, kind of switch them up a little bit. Other than that, I do wish these forks locked. As being an old guy that rides a bike, back when I did, it was all completely solid, like most 700C commuter bikes, right? They have this solid front fork, no shocks on it, and the hardtail. So I love hardtail. I wouldn't go full suspension unless I could lock it all out. But yeah, so that's those tires there. Other than that, all the other accessories that I've bought for this bike, I'll go into more depth on them later on. Um, but for now, overall, this bike has been pretty awesome. I haven't had any issues with it. It's just been the people that have serviced it. So, Diamondback, great job. I absolutely love this as my new ride. Like I said, I hadn't ridden in so long. I weighed over 300 pounds, and now I'm under 200 pounds, just by a little bit, not by much. But this bike was my treat to me for hitting my 200-pound goal, and I didn't want an expensive bike because I wasn't sure how much I was actually going to be riding it, or if I was going to ride it at all. But I wanted something that if I did ride it, it would last me some time. And overall, this bike has been great. Some things I do wish that I did get brakes, disc brakes on the unit, but not the end of the world because I'm used to V brakes, so that's not an issue. Other than that, the bike probably needs more servicing than I am able to actually do. I do know I need to get something done with my drivetrain. I would like to actually upgrade the pedals at some point, and I would like to put it as a single speed, and definitely get rid of the twist shifters. I do like them, but I wouldn't mind trying some of the thumb shifters. That's just my. But overall, bike frame, everything on here, the weight of the bike is super light. Yeah, sure, road bikes are gonna always rip by you, but I figured, you know what, let's keep going on this one instead of buying more bikes. I do have my other motorized mountain bike for those times when I just want to go and have some fun and not do some pedaling. But yeah, overall, I do think the next things I would upgrade or do on here is upgrade my front forks as well as my drivetrain, which I do not know how to do either of those. So I'm kind of just riding it as is for now until I have the time to learn that or find someone that can teach me. So yeah, if anyone knows of any, I see there's lots of wearing in here, so I assume this is going to go at some point. Yeah, so that's going to be it for this one. The Diamondback Odessey. If you are looking for an inexpensive bike that's going to get you around, this bike definitely will do it. Other than that, yeah, I just clean it, regular maintenance, lubing chain, checking bolts. So other than that, that's it for this video. So I'll go into more details on some of the accessories coming up. Some of the ones I've had on the bike that I no longer use, and some of the ones that hopefully I'll get to try soon enough. So thanks for watching, everyone. You have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time. Take care, eh?